Day 3 of the HBL Pakistan Super League 10 had absolutely everything. The dramatic finale saw Quetta Gladiators rise to the top of the table.
Oh, it's out of the park! And that is the game! Would you believe it?
For Islamabad United, it is 3 defeats in a row and a real threat of missing out on the playoffs altogether unless they can get another victory. Can a return to Rawalpindi turn around their fortunes, or will Quetta Gladiators continue their red-hot streak? Yes, all to play for in terms of momentum and, of course, a top 2 position in the playoffs. It's Islamabad United at home to Quetta Gladiators in match number 26, live from the Pindi Cricket Stadium. Hello and welcome to another incredible night of HBLPSL action. This is the pitchside studio, and what a contest we have for you today. 1 plays 2, Martin Guptill, Dominic Cork alongside me. So Dominic Cork, actually, I believe he wanted to be known as. Gentlemen, really important match today. You know you want to win top 2, and a tale of 2 fortunes when it comes to momentum heading in.
Yeah, absolutely, and Islamabad will be all over that win. They want to get it. They want that momentum back leading into the latter stage of this tournament. They had it early on, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So they'll be wanting to get back on winning ways tonight. Islamabad United, Corky, got off to an absolute cracker of a start, and then the wheels have just fallen off the last 3 games.
Yeah, they've made a lot of changes, and sometimes that can just affect the team and how they play. Look, they're a good side. They're still a very good side. They've got some very important members that have done well in that first bit. But the big thing to look out for tonight, I think, is Quetta can nail their position in the top 2 if they win tonight, and I think Islamabad can go qualified in that top 4, and it's important to be in the top 4, as you will tell us, Erin, because the top 4 teams,
they qualify, and the Quetta Gladiators already got a Q next to their name. How apt is that? Sitting pretty on 11 points due to that washout between them and Lahore Qalandars. But Islamabad United, due to getting off to such a wonderful start, they still sit themselves in second, but they want to finish top 2. 2 bites of the cherry, so incredibly important.
Yeah, it is. I mean, as you said, 2 bites. If you don't quite get it right in the first one, you got another opportunity. So, most of us been in that position where, you want to be in that position, you don't quite make it. So if you can get there, it's every chance.
I think another thing to look out for tonight, and he'll know this as well, and I say he, Martin Guptill, with 100 in the HBLPSL. Don't forget that, Martin Guptill. You never do. He tells us every day. No, he doesn't. That's one thing he doesn't do.
Quetta.
I would. One thing to look out for, and I know we'll probably hear it from the captains in a minute at the toss, is this surface. Because I've talked about it Karachi, talked about it at Lahore, talked about it at Multan. Perhaps the surfaces are just offering a bit more for the bowler. I think this will be a little bit more batter-friendly. Let's see what it looks like, though.
Let's hope so.
And the last time these 2 sides met, my goodness, it was 4 days ago, and it went the way of Quetta Gladiators, but it was touch and go. This match had absolutely everything. Corky, I believe, you were calling this one, but it came down to the final over, and there was 15 to get, and Hassan Nawaz, the youngster, he was just brilliant.
Absolutely. The way that they actually were losing the game, then they were winning the game, and the fact that they got themselves over the line, you're right. Nawaz was excellent. Islamabad probably let the game go, if we're honest. 3 drop catches in that last over. You couldn't have wanted for a better game. Probably the best game of the tournament so far, even though you'd go back to that Karachi game where Vince got the 100. Hopefully we get one of them tonight, because we all want a close encounter. We all want, guess what? We want a super over.
Oh, can you stop saying the S word, Dominic Cork? He's absolutely screaming out for one. But hey, look, we're back at the Pindi Cricket Stadium for the first time in a couple of weeks. Brand new wicket to have a little look at. Wondering what conditions will do to the pitch today. Will there be dew? Won't there? What do captains want to do? Well, there's no time to ponder anymore. Bazir Khan is standing by out in the middle with the 2 captains. It's time for the toss.
Focus in this HBLPSL now shifts to Rawalpindi. We're back here again and got the 2 captains with me. Salman Ali Agha, Islamabad United, South Shakil, Quetta Gladiators, Ranjan Madugale, the ever-present match referee, Saida Kisa Fatma, the toss mascot, and she is supporting United, Salman, so pressure on. Give it a flip then. You've got the coin.
Tails.
Tails is the call. Heads it is.
सलमान क्या करेंगे और क्यों?
बॉलिंग करेंगे, मुझे लग रहा है कि अच्छा पिच है ये और मेरे ख्याल से 40 ओवर सेम रहेगा तो हम प्रेफर करते हैं चेज़ करना.
ये बताएं कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट सवाल यूनाइटेड से आजकल यही है कि चेंजेस कितनी हैं?
3 चेंजिंग है आज भी। अमाद वसीम वापस आए हैं, आज़िम वापस आए हैं और बेन डॉशेस वापस आए हैं। गौस नहीं खेल रहे, मोनरू बीमार हैं और सलमान इंजर्ड है।
ये बताएं कि रावलपिंडी वापस आए हैं, ज़ाहिर है ये वो ग्राउंड है जहाँ पे इस HBLPSL में सबसे अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस रही, तो उससे थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस टीम को मिलता है वेन्यू से?
जी बिल्कुल, एज ए होम साइड हमने हमेशा यहाँ पे अच्छा किया है, हमारा रिकॉर्ड काफ़ी अच्छा है, तो ये एक ज़ाहिरी बात है, क्राउड का भी साथ रहता है और एक ये हमारे बेनिफिट तो है हमारे लिए, लेकिन ऑल्दो फिर भी हमें अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलनी पड़ेगी।
आप कप्तानी तो कर रहे हैं, लेकिन शादाब का सवाल है कि शादाब कितनी देर में अभी और फिट होंगे?
शादाब अभी तो 100% नहीं है, उम्मीद ये है कि नेक्स्ट मैच तक हो जाएँ, लेकिन ही इज़ गेटिंग बेटर।
चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड गुड लक फॉर द गेम।
चीयर्स भाई।
साउद, अगर आप टॉस जीते तो आप क्या करते थे?
मैं भी पहले बॉलिंग करता आज, बहुत अच्छा पिच लग रहा है, तो आपके सामने एक टोटल आ जाता है तो आपको आसानी होती है।
ये बताएं कि क्वेटा नॉर्मली तो स्पिनर्स पे रुझान होता है, फास्ट बॉलर्स लाहौर में बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की, इस पिच के मुताबिक आप समझते हैं कि फास्ट बॉलर्स पे इफेक्टिव होंगे?
जिस तरह का पिच लग रहा है मेरे ख्याल में ये भी फास्ट बॉलर को सूट करेगा। यूजुअली हम स्पिनर्स को बैक करते हैं, लेकिन लास्ट 5-6 मैचों से हमारे फास्ट बॉलर्स काफ़ी अच्छा कर रहे हैं, तो उसी चीज़ को हम बैक कर रहे हैं इस मैच में भी।
और आपकी टीम में कोई चेंजेस?
बिल्कुल, हम अपने पुराने वाले कॉम्बिनेशन पे जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि कुशल भी फिट हो गए और आमिर भाई भी फिट हो गए, तो वो दोनों टीम में आ गए।
और आज फिर आप बॉलिंग करेंगे? आजकल बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, बहुत कम कप्तान अपने आप को ट्रस्ट करते हैं।
नहीं, मैं तो अपने आप पे बहुत ट्रस्ट करता हूँ, तो आपको ज़रूर बॉलिंग में देखूँगा।
चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच, गुड लक फॉर द गेम। द न्यूज़ आउट हियर इन द सेंटर इज दैट इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड हैव won the toss and are having a ball.
So United going against the grain there, saying we want to actually bowl first, which is quite surprising. Quetta Gladiators playing 11 though. They've got two changes there, Dominic Cook.
Yeah, and it's good to see Mohamed Amir is back in with all his experience. They're going to need that Kusal Mendes with obviously his keeping and his batting. For Quetta, remember, it's about getting in that top two. And you look at that top lineup of there, Finn Allen, Rousseau and Hassan Nawaz. They're a strong team, good bowling. Keep your eye out on Abrar. Just see whether he turns it on this surface.
Oh, the magician, what can he do today? Have a little look at Islamabad United's playing 11, and we're used to seeing a bunch of changes and a couple again, 3.
Yeah, only 3 this time round. Azam Khan, Ben Dorshus, Imad Wazim all in. Andreas House, Salman Urshad and Colin Munro sitting this one out. So everybody else is still pretty similar. Obviously, Shadab Khan is still out with that injury. So Salman Ali Agha keeps his captaincy role in there, and it's a pretty settled team for the rest of the lineup there.
So much superstar firepower on offer in both of our sides today. But when it comes to these two sides, I wonder how they actually stack up in the head-to-head. Well, this is exactly how, in terms of head-to-head, it is even Stevens in the history, Dominic Cork. But since 2021, it has been Islamabad United's way.
Yeah, and then Islamabad will have to turn round their slump that they're in at the moment, because they have lost their last 3 games, so they'll have to put that right. But ultimately, it's about who can turn up on what we think, we'll know in a bit, is a decent wicket.
It certainly is a decent wicket. It's always a high-scoring affair here at Rawalpindi. Yeah, usually a batter's paradise, Marty, when it comes to batting out here in Pindi. You know that all too well, playing for both of these sides in the history of the comp.
Yeah, if I could roll up a wicket from Pakistan and take it with me, it'd be this one here. It's been flat. I think 2 years ago, the average score here was well over 200. So, you know, that just shows what sort of batting wicket it can be. So we're hoping for a high-scoring, good game of cricket tonight, and with something in it for the bowlers as well.
Wasn't that great just to see Nazim Shah then, just showing you his grip? I love that. Go on, Nazim. Let's swing it tonight.
I think you picked one that swung?
Oh, does he?
How do you even select a cricket ball? What's he looking for?
It's about how it feels in the fingers. You mainly send the bowler who's got the biggest hands, and that's what they look to do. So they're doing both sides now. Fahim Ashraf will have a look. It's how it feels. All the balls are exactly the same. They're manufactured, obviously, very similar. They're machine manufactured, so sometimes there may be slight differences because obviously the machine can't make a ball exactly the same.
I'd love to know the hierarchy of who actually gets to decide.
It's a senior
them all
player.
Getting involved.
So when I played, it was Darren Goff, and that was it. Darren Goff did everything.
I love it.
So he actually picked the ball and wouldn't let anybody else do it. Caddick tried. He had to go.
Bit of insight there in terms of choosing the game ball. Plenty more action here, though, at the pitch side studio. We're going to deep dive the conditions on the pitch on the other side of this short break. Welcome back to the pitch side studio. We just saw Islamabad United win the toss, elect to bowl first. A slightly curious decision given what we know about scoreboard pressure at Pindi. What did they see in the wicket? Well, we sent our own pitch doctors out, Amir Sahel and Mike Hazeman, to check it out.
Okay, we're in Rawalpindi now for another game. It's been used 3 times this particular pitch, and the scores have been from 202, the lowest, to 227, the highest. So it's a high-scoring pitch, this one. I've got some stuff from Hawkeye I want to show. Now, it's a comparison of the pace and bounce of the games we've had of late. Now, this is a comparison between Rawalpindi and the last game in Lahore, and you can see there's quite a difference there. If you're batting at that crease, there's quite a difference of the batsman, the average bounce difference. Remember, it's average, so it can be more than that, 15 centimetres. So that's the first thing. The other thing I want to show is from the last game in Multan. That was a slow track. And look at that, at the batsman, that's a big difference as well. The batsman are 23 centimetres, so it's quite a difference for a batsman. And the thing there is throughout the entire HBLPSL, the batsmen have had to adjust, and I think that's a good thing. All the tracks have been quite different, and they had to adjust as they get there. Now, I've got Amir Sahel alongside me. By the way, this ground, it's 64 all the way around, 64 metres all the way around, so it's not a particularly big ground. I think the batsman might enjoy this. But Amir, what are your thoughts about the track? Have you been having a good look at this?
Well, let me tell you, Mike, when you come to Rawalpindi, as a batter, you're assured it'll offer consistent pace and bounce, and it allows you to be confident about yourself, to express yourself. And if you talk about this pitch, for me,
yep,
this screams belter. This screams belter. The reason why I say that, it's hard, it's compact, a bit of grass covering on it, and that will help the ball to slide onto the bat. And I want to wish bowlers best of luck.
So what do you think of the last 5 games? All the games have been won by the team batting first. What's your theory on that one?
Well, the thing is, once you score more than 200 runs, the other team is under pressure. And what we have seen throughout this PSL, teams have faltered chasing big totals, apart from Karachi Kings, who managed to score more than 230. So I think what you need to do when you're chasing, have the wickets intact.
Okay.
If you approach a total with a measured approach for first 6-7 overs, you'll be there.
Okay, so we've had quite a few players having a look at this. The bowlers have been going, oh my goodness, look at this, we're going to be in trouble here. The batsmen, they've been smiling. They're going to love this one.
Yeah, it certainly looks like beautiful batting conditions out there, as we know about Pindi. But, one man that I think might actually enjoy this, Guppy, is a certain Hassan Nawaz, who was brilliant in the last match, obviously, against the same side, Islamabad United, only 22 years of age. How impressive was this innings?
It was massively impressive. They needed somebody to step up when they needed it most, and it was a young man that did it, and he showed all of his raw talent that he's got, and they'll be looking for him tonight again to go if they need him to stand up, to do that again. But if we have a look here, I mean, it was impressive, Corky. He just stood still. He hit the ball nice and hard and in gaps, and he played proper cricket shots, which was the most impressive thing. He just wasn't trying to power the ball. Deft touches here and there, toyed with the field, and then when he needed to, raw power.
I think a batter who puts bowlers under pressure like this man is always going to succeed. You did it throughout your career, and that's what you do. You have to do as a bowler. You have to be able to react to when these big guys are coming at you. And Nawaz was excellent. And Islamabad, well, they've got to turn round their fortune, because they keep losing games. That's what their problem will be now.
And he was an absolute youngster, as you said. It was an impressive, mature performance. But what about the fact that he did it amongst the absolute carnage of that 20th over in match 23, the last time these two sides met? I mean, they had absolutely everything.
Yeah, I think if you're Islamabad there, you're kicking yourselves a wee bit. You had the opportunity to win the games, but, I mean, have a look here. I mean, 2 balls pretty much straight up the chute. Calling him off the ball there, probably not the right call there. And then this one here, you never expect those to be taken from a bowler there, but still, at the end of the day, you've got to try and take them. And then it smokes one down the ground, another one straight up the chute, and keeper's called him off. It hasn't hurt him, and then a near collision, and the ball goes down again. And then, obviously, here, game was done. A nice shot over fine leg to finish it off. So, young man stepping up when his team needed him the most.
I think ultimately, and you've been there a lot of times, Guppy, and we've been there on the field, you've got to turn round that. For an Islamabad point of view, losing 3 games on the trot, I'm sure Mike Hessen would have said, look, we were close to winning that and we should have won it. Let's be honest. Yeah. We take that catch off the first ball and this game is done. Because no disrespect to the batter that was coming in or the tail ender who was coming in, they can't win it from there when you need 15. So ultimately they put themselves in a position to win, but they didn't win. So on the back of the start that they had here, remember we started here in Rawalpindi and they just couldn't lose. 5 on the trot and then they got in that. How as a team do you turn that around, or do you just think, oh, it's another game of cricket?
And knowing how Mike Hessen works, he would have said just what you said there. You know, we were close, but we couldn't quite get there. And winning in T20 cricket is a habit, but unfortunately so is losing. And they've sort of turned the tide on themselves a wee bit in a way. So they need to find the way to get back on winning ways. And it only takes one person to get them over the line tonight to get back to winning ways and qualify for those finals.
All right, well, let's find out our expert prediction before we finish up. Sir Dominic Cork, I'm coming to you first.
Thanks a lot. I was going to see what he did. He's played for both sides. I know you want it quick. I'm going to go for, don't be surprised, Islamabad are coming back. Come on!
Do you bleed purple or red tonight, Guppy?
I'm a little bit torn here. I'm not sure where to go, but I'm going to go Islamabad tonight. Home crowd, back in familiar conditions.
That is the expert prediction. Such an important match tonight. You're not going to miss a single ball of this one. HBLPSL 10 in full flight. Can United turn their terrible form around at home, or will Quetta continue their winning ways? Ball 1 is next.